All right, let's talk about South Korea. You've got the amazing food, the incredible sights, the mind-blowing tech. It's all there. But whether you're just visiting or maybe you're planning to stick around for a while, there are a few little secrets, kind of like cheat codes, that can totally make or break your experience. And today, we're going to unlock them for you.
Okay, picture this. You've just arrived. You are starving. Do you know the right way to order that famous Korean fried chicken over the phone? And what if something happens, but it's not a huge emergency? Who do you even call? And seriously, what in the world is 1330? If you're drawing a blank on any of those, hey, no worries. That's exactly why we're here. We're going to get you sorted.
First things first, let's tackle something that trips up a lot of visitors, a simple phone call. It sounds so basic, right? But the culture is a little different. We're going to break down how to order food, which is probably the first thing you'll want to do anyway. I mean, let's be real. Making a phone call in a language you're not totally comfortable with can be, well, super stressful. You're worried you'll say the wrong thing, or they won't understand you. But here's the good news. When it comes to stuff like getting food delivered, phone calls in Korea are incredibly direct. There's a formula, and trust me, it's way easier than you think.
Okay, so look at that first step. This is the key. In a lot of Western countries, you might start with a bit of small talk, right? Not in Korea. You get straight to the point. You say hello and then immediately say what you want. Hello, I'd like the spicy chicken. Boom. Then you just give your address and number, confirm if you're paying with card or cash, and you're done. It's all part of that famous pali-pali, or hurry-hurry culture. The main takeaway? Being direct isn't rude, it's just efficient.
Okay, so we've got you fed. Now let's switch gears to something even more important, your safety. Seriously, knowing who to call when you need help is probably one of the most powerful things you can have in your back pocket. Look, if you ever find yourself in a stressful situation, the #1 rule is always don't panic. And, the best way to not panic is to be prepared. Just having these numbers saved in your phone is like a little safety net. It gives you so much peace of mind while you're out exploring.
All right, let's run through these. Super simple. For police, you're going to dial 112. For a fire or any kind of medical emergency, it's 119. And here's something that's just fantastic. Both of these critical services have English-speaking operators ready to help, so you're covered. But what about that third number on the list?
Okay, everybody, listen up. This number, 1330, I want you to memorize it, write it on your hand. No, I'm serious. Pause this right now and save it in your phone's contacts. If you only remember one single thing from this entire guide, make it this number. It is your absolute lifeline in Korea. So what's the big deal with 1330? Think of it as your personal assistant, translator, and problem solver all rolled into one. And it's free, 24/7. You're in a taxi and the driver doesn't understand where you're going. Call 1330 and just hand the phone to them. Trying to figure out a confusing train schedule? Call 1330. You just want a recommendation for a great restaurant nearby? You guessed it, call 1330. It is an absolute game changer.
Okay, so we've gone from old school phone calls to the super modern digital world. And I mean, South Korea is one of the most wired places on the planet. You'll find public Wi-Fi pretty much everywhere, which is awesome, right? But all that free connectivity comes with a few hidden dangers you really need to know about.
You know that free Wi-Fi at the coffee shop? So tempting, I get it. But you've got to think of those unsecured networks as a playground for hackers. And the risks are totally real. I mean, look at this. Almost half of the danger is just straight-up data theft. That means someone could literally snatch your passwords or credit card info right out of the air. And that's not even mentioning all the phishing scams and malware they can throw at you.
So how do you stay safe? It's actually not that complicated. Rule number 1, use a VPN. Always. It basically scrambles all your data, making it totally unreadable to anyone trying to spy on you. Rule number 2, just avoid doing your banking or any online shopping when you're on public Wi-Fi. It's not worth the risk. And finally, before you click connect, always double-check that network name. Scammers love setting up fake hotspots that look almost identical to the real ones. All right, we have covered a ton of ground here, from how to get your dinner to how to stay safe online. So let's just boil it all down into 3 essential power tips that you absolutely need to remember. Here we go. Power tip number 1. Ordering food, get straight to the point. Be direct. Power tip number 2, 1330. That is your magic number. For anything that's not a major emergency, it's your best friend and your first call. And power tip number 3, be smart on public Wi-Fi. Think before you click, and please, use a VPN.
So there you have it. The bottom line is, you are way more prepared now than you were just a few minutes ago. You've got the toolkit to communicate better, to stay safer, and to navigate both the real and the digital worlds of South Korea like a pro. So now there's really only one question left. What are you going to go explore first?